Hey guys, it's Jim Sean here, and decided to do something a little different that I am typically doing. I know this is like probably the second video, but and I do want to mention that the gameplay isn't that great. This is kind of old footage, which was during the double XP weekend or week. Um, Today I am combining two segments, which is finance, economics, and gaming, of course. The reason why I'm doing it is I have an interest in finance and economics, so I decided why not combine it with game. So first of all, I want to add everything I say or do or show, take it with a grain of salt. I'm not a financial advisor. I have no rights to dictate how you guys should spend your money or what you do with your money. So please consult with an actual professional. But let's begin. So what do we know so far? That's where I would like to begin. The reason why I say is because since this is a new segment, I want people to be somewhat informed as well as have a general idea of what's happening behind the scenes. Since there's a lot happening, to be honest. Of course, there's a huge divide between different parties and that, but I want to put that aside. Main thing is, in the past couple of years, let's go with the first couple of years, meaning 2 years, we had a moment in life where we all had to sit home, um, be covered, protect ourselves. And during that time, everything was kind of changed. Everyone was working from home, or like many people were laid off and put in situations where they had to fend for themselves. Government was giving, free stimmies. But along with that, the real estate market shot up since a lot of people were moving around from with the work from home situation, and people getting free stimulus. People had excess money. People were staying home, so they saved money. So for that reason, there was a huge real estate boom, along with people moving to different places, different states, moving away from expensive areas and coming to like let's more stable areas. The real estate did boom. And during that time, as people were moving around, people are able to switch jobs and get high paying jobs, high salary jobs. We're talking about the new minimum was basically like 100K. Back in the days, it used to be, 50K was an entry position. Now we're looking at like 70 to 100, even more than that. That was the given, like, hey, this is what I expect coming in straight out of college. Um, and of course, due to the fact that everyone's working from home and people had more money to spend, that means companies were getting just as much. They were getting more people spending. Companies like, for example, Target, Costco, etc., was making a lot of money during this time because people were actually spending more. And due to that, companies were able to afford having more workers, especially with higher paying jobs. And during this whole process, as time progressed, people thought this was a new normal, like work from home, take care of family, travel to places while being able to work from home pretty much. High paying jobs, people were expecting like, you know, 100 to 150, like straight out of college. It's crazy, right? Like to think that 3 years ago it wasn't like that. Like everything just like picked up. And coming back to now, everything's slowly going backward. Where, hey, kind of need you back in office. Can you come back to office? Hey, I know that we offered you this, but we're gonna have to make cuts out of that. Hey, interest rate has went up. Everything's a little bit more expensive for companies to operate. We're gonna have to take out some of the people that we have in the office. So that brings us to where we are today. Just yesterday, Salesforce laid off around 10% of their workforce, which is around 8,000 people. Amazon a couple days ago stated that they were taking out 18,000 workers, corporate and, of course, down. Cisco also have layoffs. Goldman Sachs said there's going to be potential layoffs as well as free coffee privileges taken away. So little things like that. Vimeo said they were taking 11% of their office, laying them off, which is around 150 people. And of course, we can't forget the big ones like Meta that laid off 11,000 people a couple months ago. So with informations like that, we have small datas like, last month we had 17,000 plus people laid off. So far, just this, month alone, there's already 28,000 plus layoffs from 18 different companies. So it's crazy to say that now we're slowly going backward. And I think that's a great place to kind of start talk about. So, like I said, guys, everything I say, take it with a grain of salt. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't want you guys to decide where your money goes based off what I say. This is just information that I want to share based off what I know. So, these are sort of my expectations slash thesis statement of what I expect could happen in the next, or actually this year, 2023. We already see, we already just talked about the layoffs from just a couple companies. I expect that to go up by the end of quarter 1, which is around March, or let's just say spring. The beginning of spring or during spring, there's gonna be huge waves of unemployment. Personally, I think unemployment will hit around 8 to 15%. That's my expectation. I really expect unemployment to hit those levels, and it could go up, but that's just my expectation. 8 to 15%. The main thing is the first people that will usually go is the first people, or first people that came in with like high paying expectations. People that came in saying like, hey, came out of college, I want 100K. Those might be the first people to go. Second group of people might be last in. So the last couple of group of people that are brand new that don't have, let's say like expert or like great amount of experience, they'll be one of the first to go as well. And then the other will be like high paid seniors that have very good experience, but they're just too overpaid to stay in the company. Of course, that will eventually lead into the real estate market because, like I said, people are moving around and work from home, buying real estate at, expensive houses with the high paid jobs. So, due to that reason, if the people that are laid off don't find jobs or they don't have the right amount of savings, well, that's when, real estate starts to take a hit. That's where real estate comes into play because real estate also ties in with the economy as well. And based off that information, I personally think nationally we will drop 15 to 20%. Of course, it could go higher. I mean, like I said, these are my expectations. It doesn't matter what location and how much growth you had, expect at least, I would say, 10 to 15% drop in the current price that you're seeing today. And nationally, like I said, 15 to 20%. Places, states like Idaho, Utah, Cali, Texas, Florida, and more will be hit. It doesn't matter how well the city has grown, or like if that's the next LA or whatever the case is. It's gonna get hit because people will be out of jobs. And of course, the Federal um, Reserve has said that they will continue raising rates. That's a given. Like there's no and if or but it's gonna go up, and it's gonna go up till summertime, and they will have a pause moment, which I think is near the summertime, and then they will begin going taking rate cuts during the winter time. Um, and then during this time, as rates continue to go up, uh, iBuyers, renters, investors, they will all start to leave the market because during this time, stock market and cryptos will also go down, and that will also take a hit in the real estate and the stock market. Pension funds will be hit, 401ks will be hit, everything will be kind of a big hit. So, kind of expect that. Next one is, you know, and I also want to add a couple information like every 1% that the interest rate goes up, that means the price of real estate would depreciate roughly around 8 to 10%. And you can go back in time check how much we increased and how much the price has went down. It's pretty close. Um, I also expect third of the global economy will also be in recession. So these are just like couple expectations that I had for this year, which sounds pretty bad, but as many people, not fitness, but real estate, stock market, etc., gurus say, these will be the best times to take advantage of investments. If you have money saved up, get ready to take take valuable information and put it to use. These are some couple words of note. If the media says it, it's too late. So, for example, couple 6 months ago, we all, especially people that knows the economy pretty well, they know that the market's in a recession. Now the headline is we are in a recession just recently of this year. Another example is like when the real estate was in a peak, people were saying, "Oh, it's always the best time to buy. There's no chance that the prices will go down." If you look at it now, the prices went down, and people are now saying, "Oh, something's happening with the market. It's a little bit different." Um, I've also said that third of the global economy will be in recession. Global recessions typically could lead to war or famine of some sort, so have that expectations. Um, those are just, my little takes. If you guys have any questions or feel that anything I said is incorrect or feel my data is good, like I said, take it with a grain of salt. If you feel like you connected with it, please let's talk about it. If you feel like I said something wrong or you have a different feeling, please put it down. I would like to hear your thoughts. Other than that, please enjoy the gameplay. It's just about done, so just wanted to give you guys that information. Alright guys, see ya.
This battle is won. No, Pats, we owe you a debt.